Hi, it's the M.L.M for the Soul Channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. And some people I thank have inspired me. I hope they can inspire you as well. I will have links below this video to their sites. They are Rabbi Shalom Arush, Rabbi Lazer Brody, Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, Rabbi Eli Mansour, Rabbi Alon Anava, Rabbi Yuval Ovadia, Rabbi Daniel Asher, Nisim Baruch Black, David Sachs, Rabbi Michael Skolbeck, Jews for Judaism, Rabbi David Asher, and Rabbi Ron Ruvain. As well, if you've never checked out this channel before, I will have a link below this video to my first video, which explains what M.L.M for the soul means, what it stands for, and what I'm doing. So, when this will post, we will be coming up to starting the new cycle of the Chamisha Chumshei Torah, the 5 books of the Torah of Moshe. And we're going to be in Sefer Bereshis and Parashat Bereshis. So I thought that would be apropos to speak about that. And then this is again taken from the weekly Parsha Insights from Rabbi Eli Mansour. And this is called Hashem's Signature is Emet. Emet is truth. So whenever an author or artist completes his work, he makes a point of appending his signature to the work. Somewhere on the title page of the book or the corner of a painting, you'll find the author's signature. So in Parashat Bereshit, right at the beginning of the Torah, Hashem puts his, quote, signature on the world's creation. And I like how this is put. This is really nice. So our sages tell us, Chatomo shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu Emet. Hashem's signature is Emet, truth. The final letters of the first 3 words of the Torah, and you may want to look this up yourself to see it. It's really interesting. So it says, Bereshit bara Elokim. So the first 3 words are those, and so then the Taf, the Aleph, and the Mem are the letters of Emet. So those are the final letters, of the first 3 words, are Taf, Aleph, and Mem, which spells the letter Emet. Again, it's not in exact order, but it's still the letters. And then the final 3 words of the creation story, Bara Elokim La'asot, likewise end with Aleph, Mem, and Taf, again spelling Emet. So the centrality of Emet might have also explained the reason why the Torah begins with the letter Bet, or Beis, some people say it's the second letter, rather than the first letter of the alphabet, the Aleph Beis, which is Aleph, as you might have expected. So this is an interesting numerical equation that relates to it. So it's very fascinating, and I like it. So the numerical value of Emet is 441. And when we add the digits, 4 plus 4 plus 1, which is a system called Mispar Katan, we arrive at 9. Sheker, falsehood, meanwhile has the numerical value of 600, so the actual word. So which results in a Mispar Katan of 6. Again, you add the 6 plus the 0 plus the 0. So when we add together the first 3 numbers, which are 1 plus 2 plus 3, we arrive at 6. And we arrive at this sum when we add, and then we arrive at this sum when we add every series of 3 letters after that. Isn't that very interesting? So for example, 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals 15. Then again, you add the 1 and the 2, 1 and the 5, and the combination value of the digits is 6. Likewise, when we add 7, 8, and 9, we arrive at 24, and the 2 digits combined equal 6. And so forth. Amazing, right? Only Hashem could do it this way. But if we start at the number 2, every 3 numbers combine to equal 9. So that's 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 9. And then 5 plus 6 plus 7 equals 18. And the 2 digits of 18 combine to equal 9, and so on. Hence, the Torah begins with the second letter Bet, which has a numerical value of 2, rather than Aleph, which has the value of 1. Because 1 begins the process of Sheker, which is number 6, while 2 begins the process of Emet, 9. Beautiful, I love that. So the Torah is the only purely, quote, true book, because it was written by the Almighty, whose signature is truth. There is no other book on the road that we cannot question at all. This is the one that some people like to think they could question it, but I'll tell you, if you want to get the answers, definitely go to listen to Rabbi Mizrahi, his Torah and Science on his website, and that'll change your mind completely. If it doesn't, then you need help maybe from somewhere else, but listen to some of the other lectures. But that shows you how it all comes, the science all comes from Torah. Okay, so continuing on, even honest and reputable publications contain errors. And so this is Rabbi Mansour saying, I recall once a local publication ran a story about a brief 3-day trip that I once took. I assumed that it was intentional, but the article was riddled with mistakes and inaccuracies. Anything we ever read or hear must be taken with some degree of skepticism, because the writer or speaker is flawed and imperfect, and any information he conveys reflects to one degree or another his personal biases and agendas. Again, it's from his own perspective, not from, So, but the Torah is perfectly true. We can and must accept every single word fully, wholeheartedly, and unhesitantly. And they always say every letter of the Torah, there's no extra letters. So everything that's there is there for a reason. So, Each year when we turn the Torah anew, we must recognize how fortunate we are to be able to study and practice the ultimate truth, the Torah, which expresses the wisdom of the Master of the world whose signature is Emet. I thought that was beautiful. And I hope and pray that we will all come to that realization and know that for sure. Hashem's signature is Emet and the Torah is Emet, and that we will all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting Beit HaMikdash. Amen, and thanks for watching.